So this is our campaign for Café Bustelo. Our campaign is Find Your Family. I'm Libby.
I'm Gigi.
I'm Celia.
And I'm Emma.
So Café Bustelo asked us to generate awareness and ultimately drive trial amongst comms and key growth markets and expand the love and loyalty amongst Hispanic consumers. So the situation is that Café Bustelo wants to build brand awareness and increase purchase intentions among their target demographics. So we've got to break away from the competition in order to do so and then maintain a well-established relationship with current consumers. So diving into the market trends in the coffee industry right now, the ground and whole bean coffee market has been growing steadily in comparison to instant flavored coffee, according to Kaleidoscope Research Consulting, LLC. And the American workplace is recognizing the diversity of their employees and the need to provide reliable products in their environments, according to Kaleidoscope. So Café Bustelo's current brand tactics include connecting with their Latinx consumer through their image as a staple and traditional Latinx product, and they use ideas that this particular community can connect with. And then, so the demographics that we're looking to target are US Hispanics and culturally open millennials. Hispanics are one of the fastest growing minority groups right now. As you can see, Hispanics make up 21% of the US millennial population. And Café Bustelo is a well-established legacy brand and respected by many in the target demographic already. Their brand perception is very authentic and they can reach a market of individuals close with family and friends. There's been a 37% population increase between 2005 and 2015 among young Latinas. 74% of Hispanic women say they're likely to recommend products, and 40% of Hispanic women say that others seek their advice before making a purchase. Hispanic millennials are language agnostic, support brands that are culturally aware, and embrace both cultural heritage and American identities. So a US age consumer profile would include caffeine being used on a daily basis, working in a city, being close with her family, going out to eat, and also including like a strong family heritage and culture. So the culturally open millennial is 18 to 34 years old. They're the most culturally diverse generation to date. They want to experience different cultures in an authentic way. They're digital natives, and you can't just reach millennials through just one channel anymore. So 68% of millennials grew up in places that had significant diversity, and 70% of millennials acknowledge a friendship with someone of a different racial background or ethnic background. According to Kaplan Mowbray, this group, born between the early 1980s and late 1990s, has a unique way of seeing the world, probably largely due to the fact that they're the most culturally and racially diverse generation to date. So a consumer profile, John, looks like he's always looking to expand his horizons as a young millennial, a fan of traveling, experiencing new things. He's athletic, likes experiencing new sports, is adventurous, grew up in a tight-knit family, and looks to have one of his own someday. So some key insights from all of this. Millennials are experience-driven and like going to coffee shops. Culturally open millennials look to experience different cultures in authentic ways. And millennials value family in a different way than previous generations have. So looking at the market trends, 4% of the mainstream market is held by Café Bustelo, and the largest competitor is Starbucks, which holds 16%.
Okay, so the Café Bustelo Find Your Family campaign, that's what we are doing here. The campaign objective is to generate awareness and ultimately drive trial among COMs in key growth markets and expand love and loyalty among USHs for Café Bustelo, driving foot traffic to Café Bustelo retailers in legacy markets. Our strategies are both having family-oriented campaign, which is something that Café Bustelo already has, but we just need to turn this and make it relevant to the millennial audience. And we really wanted to tap in what does family mean to a millennial. keeping the traditional family meaning while also enriching the value. Brand integration is also a part of our strategy. We wanted to look at brand integration as a means of celebrating culture. And by doing this, we are making COMs feel like they are part of something culturally rich while also allowing USHs to celebrate their own culture. Our message strategy is to emphasize that Latinx consumers should share their culture and use media savvy techniques such as hashtags or name tagging to increase media exposure. We really want to push don't adapt but impact. And the big idea and tactics, our big idea is find your family. Our campaign highlights the millennial non-traditional family structure. These families can be made of friends, coworkers, and roommates. And the idea of family is contrived, so the meaning is really up to you. Biculturalism is a huge part of our campaign. Latinos shouldn't feel like they have to compartmentalize their culture, and these contrived family structures allow biculturalism to be encouraged. Latinx consumers are able to feel celebrated in a space where they traditionally were not.
So for this next part, this is our creative concepts. So we have a couple YouTube and Facebook spots, as well as some social media ads for Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. So this 30-second YouTube pre-roll will be kind of just our ad to cover what it is that makes a family for our consumers, and not only just the Latinx community, but also the COMs as well. And that. So we have the 15-second YouTube pre-roll, or like what we would use for like an Instagram spot or a Facebook spot.
So for our Instagram, we wanted to create a series of posts that include our campaign name, which is Find Your Family. And we featured images of what you could assume to be a couple, friends, or coworkers, to emphasize that Café Bustelo, or drinking Café Bustelo, is an experience that you can have with your family, however you define that. And then for this one, we created this illustration of a Café Bustelo can used as a vase. So this encourages our consumers to recycle their Café Bustelo cans, which is something that millennials are interested in. And this also aligns with what's already on their Instagram feed, which is a lot of lifestyle and cultural content. And for our Twitter, we have 3 sample tweets. So the first one features an image that shows work-family archetypes. And then the second one says, the world is changing. Family doesn't just mean your relatives. It means those you care most about. The people you rely on for everything. Your work family, your roommates, your best friends. Again, hashtag find your family, hashtag Café Bustelo. And then work husband, noun. The one platonic work friend that you get along with so well that you spend all your break time together. He gives you everything you need. Snacks, Café Bustelo, moral support. Who is your work husband? So all these tweets are kind of fun and cheeky, which goes with the brand's content that they already have on their Twitter. And we use the hashtags Find Your Family and Café Bustelo in all of our posts as well. And then for Snapchat, we created a lens, which again encourages that the idea that drinking Café Bustelo is an experience that people have together, that friends have together, family has together. So when you open Snapchat, it says, try it with a friend. And then when they open their mouths, a little cup of Café Bustelo coffee comes up. And it's a really fun way to get people to engage with our brand.
So finally, we have the media strategy for a year-long social media campaign, but the timeline can be changed depending on what you guys want to do. So here's just a sample budget. We've got a $1.5 million budget and a $3 million budget divided to get the maximum impressions, such as 300,000 for YouTube with a $21 million impression gauge, or double that for $3 million budget. The highest cost is going to be the Snapchat lens, except it also has, as you can see, one of the highest impression gauges. And most users spend about 20 seconds with these Snapchat lenses. So with a media budget of 1.5 million, you can expect about 154,898,305 impressions. And then you can expect 309,796,610 impressions with a media budget of 3 million. And then additionally, throughout the campaign, we're going to use social listening and analytics tactics to modify our media budget and media strategy as needed. So overall, this campaign is going to drive awareness to and engagement with the brand. It's cultivating a community around the brand, which falls in line with Café Bustelo's mission and the campaign objective. This is going to accomplish the goals of incorporating the COM demographic while maintaining the relationship the brand has with USH consumers. And that's all we have for you guys. Thank you.